the exodus of foreign pastors in South Africa. Say the exodus. You know the exodus in the book of Exodus. An exodus is not you going for holiday, deciding I'm going for a vacation. Let me say this by the Spirit of God. There are some pastors who are laughing at the pastors who made an unceremonious exodus. Just watch your back and your front. It's going to knock at your address. As long as you are a foreign pastor. Let me read the message. If Christian intercessors do not pray, I saw in a vision that many big ministries run by foreign pastors will scatter in the near future over two main issues. One is the issue of documentation. The second one is the issue of finances. You know, I saw these policemen wearing South African uniform. The ones that actually investigate pastors and other such people, they don't wear uniform, but the Holy Spirit was showing me them wearing uniforms so that I would know who those persons are, their identities. I saw them go over to Home Affairs there. Say Home Affairs. At the department, at various local departments of the Home Affairs system within South Africa. I saw them go over names of virtually all the foreign pastors who are in South Africa and institute investigations without their knowledge. So if you're a foreign pastor in South Africa and your documents are shaking, just work on your documentation and make sure that your documentation is in order. And then if you're playing funny money games, let me proceed with the message. I have advice that God has given me for virtually all prominent foreign pastors in South Africa on how to deal with the fallout that is certainly coming. I cannot speak it on live service, but what I can just speak in general is that there is the gnashing of teeth which is coming for churches which are run by foreign pastors. Even the ones that came out on television condemning others, they'll be shocked to discover that the Hawks and other, security system people, they'll be knocking at the doors of their mansions or at the doors of their houses to say, we want you to come and answer questions about your documentation or about your bank accounts, the transactions which have been taking place in your bank accounts. We want you to answer questions about your properties. We want you to answer questions about how you acquired your documents, who assisted you to acquire your documents, how you acquired your documents, and where you were when you were acquiring your documents. So, I have advice that God has given me for virtually all prominent foreign pastors in South Africa on how to deal with the fallout that is certainly coming. I cannot speak on it on live service. Right now, there are two prominent foreign pastors who have run away from South Africa. And some foreign pastors, I want my brother to hold the microphone and come here. There is a Shona saying, which I want him to speak. I'm not good in Shona, but I want the saying to go hand in hand with this prophets. Yeah, no, you will speak it, don't worry. There are some foreign pastors, their things are not in order, but they are busy laughing at the two young pastors who had to do something about their situation. I wanted to say that to do something about their situation. You know, when you have a situation, you'll find yourself doing something about your situation. If you are not doing anything, it means you don't have a situation. Kana waita inonzi situation. Unozona wakutoshingirira. uchidhila nechinhu ichocho chinonzi situation. For the sake of those who don't understand Shona, these days I'm sharpening my proficiency in Shona, you see, during the lockdown. For those who don't understand Shona, I was saying, if you have this thing which is called a situation, you will find yourself, working tirelessly to remedy that situation. And you may use conventional and unconventional means to deal with this thing, which is called what? A situation. So, very soon, my brothers and sisters in South Africa there, you might say, this pastor under I attend, what is it? He's trying to grow his church, His doctrine is not right. When your accounts and your documentation is not right, contact me so that I can tell you by the Spirit of God what you ought to do about your situation. Because very soon, the heat will increase. What happened to the two prominent pastors who had to run away and leave their massive congregations? It was a warning to all of you as foreign pastors. It was not so that you point an accusing finger and to accuse them for what has been publicized about them, which you are also doing as well. But it was for you to put your house in order. It's a message. It was a message from God. But because some of you are still relaxing, you think it's business as usual. And some of the people in the security system, they are deceiving you and saying, no, there's no problem with you. When you are actually being investigated, that's why God has raised me in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, to give you a warning. So that you start to remember how you acquired your things. You start to remember how you have been using your account. And then when you remember, you find a way of contacting this brother, or you pray to the Spirit of God, and the Spirit of God tells you what you ought to do with your situation. If you, after praying, you can't figure out what you should do, and then I will assist you, because God has given me a method for you to deal with the fallout out of your situation. It doesn't matter how big you are. It's actually something which has been decided by the South African governmental systems to investigate each and every foreign person who is running a church in South Africa. It doesn't matter how clean you think you are. The Spirit of God is saying, I must warn you that for the sake of your congregation, you can minimize or limit the damage. When you deal with this thing, which we saw in the Spirit, which kept me awake when I could have been sleeping with my family, which kept me awake agonizing and saying, Father, but it's thousands of people who have scattered. They've got nowhere to go. It's just the cults that are now remaining and a few struggling ministries. These foreign men and women of God, they've had to run away and leave the sheep unattended. And God was saying, that's why I'm showing you this thing in a vision before it takes place. So there is a saying, they say, Seka, yes.
Seka urema wafa.
Yes, they say Seka urema wafa. So if you are laughing at a pastor who just comes out through the Jura hole and we can't see how they came out through the Jura hole and there is razor wire and the electric fence, and there is no trace whether they became a spirit when they came out through the Jura hole or whether they dug a tunnel, you can only laugh at them when you are dead. You can speak the saying 2 more times.
Seka urema wafa. Seka urema wafa.
And then you interpret it in English.
It means you can only laugh at those who are disabled or those who are limited in a certain way when you yourself are dead, because you might find yourself in the same situation in the near future.
Let us clap hands for God. Thank you so much. I'm done with the messages.